Blessings, blessings, blessings. This is Tema Aziz Sewa. And I have a question for you. What would it feel like to no longer be emotionally regulated by how much money you do or do not have? Can you teach yourself what to feel outside of what you can buy? Those of you who have been connected to my movement know that I am intentional about healing everything. And I am putting your financial health, your relationship with money, how you interpret your personal value in the world on your radar. There is something beyond just working. There is something beyond what you're working for. There is an identity that it is time for you to reclaim that is outside of this box called capitalism. And I love what I am able to do because of money and resources and assets. But I am the best currency I could ever need. And I live as my own economy because I use spiritual principles to govern how I take care of my life. So even money, gold, silver, and other resources and assets must bow to my truth. Don't you know that it all begins and ends with you? Aren't you so self-aware at this stage in your life to recognize that even when you were making minimum wage, your emotional state was the same, and here you are making even more money than that, and your emotional state has now altered? It's because you got to change your self-concept if you are going to have the financial deliverance you're seeking. You want freedom, and yet you give your time to somebody else's assignment. You want ownership, but yet your thoughts, your choices, and your actions are not producing it. We have got to be honest if we are going to heal and fully recover from unfulfillment and yearning. There is a way that you can have more of what you want, but you have got to change your truth about yourself and how you apply that truth. Are you sovereign in your life or not? Are you the key decision maker or not? Or have you been living in passivity and complacency and just going with the flow and cruise control? Can you teach yourself what to feel to change the trajectory of your life? Because here's what I want you to be very clear about. If the income you are making is not transferable, that in itself is a generational curse. The only thing those coming behind you can inherit is labor and a worker's mindset and value system. But if it is your intention to be the one in your bloodline that breaks the generational curse of poverty, lack, entanglement in working and labor, if you intend to create generational blessings and the blessing of financial freedom, then you must go get it. This is the foundation for why I have created the wealth check. And it is an opportunity to get an assessment on your financial IQ and your financial health. If you have not seen it, you want to get in there because the upcoming wealth check is almost sold out. Go to thewombsauna.com/events. This is my free offering. I am sowing into my community because we need wisdom and we need to look at our relationship with money and wealth management, and we need to heal our financial traumas. And some of those financial traumas you inherited, some of them you have created, and if you don't come get this wealth check, you will pass them down. And so I am interrupting all unnecessary patterns that keep us from healing everything. Everything. And I wouldn't ask you to heal everything if I did not believe you can do it, but you can and you will. So I had to ring an alarm and ask you, do you even have a clear definition of financial freedom for your life? Do you even have a clear definition of money? Where we lack clarity is where we get stuck. This is important. All of these things you're achieving to do, I'm gonna get the degree and you're creating all this debt, but for what? What is the purpose? And does the purpose align with breaking the generational pattern? Or are you just another one in your family that got a degree and now has to entrap themselves in a certain career path to pay back the debt of getting a degree? Like, let's really look at it. Let's look at who taught you about money and what they taught you. Let's look at where we don't know what we don't know. Let's look at what you do with the money you get and have, and where you're placing it, and if you're placing it in containers that are fruitful and multiply. Because the numbers are a spiritual coding system, and they, my love, do not lie. I'm so excited for those of you who have already said yes to the wealth check and are coming into this energy. I have the way out, and I am going to give it to my people. I've been doing it in different ways throughout the years, but in full transparency, you get to a level of success where the success that you have obtained is no longer enough for the version of you that has emerged, and that is where I am. It's not enough to be able to manifest 6 figures in a day. It's not enough if I am financially illiterate. And if you don't know what you need to know financially, you will not be financially healthy, and you will not leverage the blessings in front of you correctly. You don't know what you don't know. It is time to prioritize your financial health. It's generational work. It's something that your ancestors are hoping you do. They want you to do better than they did. And when you have more than they had and you don't do better than they did, you got to look at that. You got to identify the pattern. What was the mental pattern I inherited about money? What is the emotional pattern I inherited? What is the value system? What is governing how I circulate money and where I place it? I'm excited about this. I have curated a team of multimillionaires and movers and shakers who have the knowledge that I know I need and my people need. They have educated me about things I knew nothing about, and improved my financial IQ, right? So all of you who are in my orbit and connected to my energy, you know that I don't bring anything to you that doesn't work for me in my life. I'm very integral about this work and the anointing of being an influencer. I live what I teach. I live what I teach. I don't teach anything I can't live. You won't see me in the headlines being one way publicly and a different way privately. You know, the chatter about me may be that I'm mean and I'm too raw and I'm too bold and I'm too loud, but you'll never hear the tame of lies. And if you do, it's a lie. I live what I teach, and I bring to my people tools and resources that have worked in my life. So there's something stirring up in my spirit that I just had to come and talk to you about as it relates to this whole financial health. And when's the last time you actually were intimate with your budget? When was the last time you ran your numbers? And what are the numbers telling you needs to adjust in your perspective of yourself and in how you manage the affairs of your life? I love you. Again, go to thewombsauna.com/events and snag one of the remaining spots for the free wealth check. There are 2 assessment options. You can come into the room in person and meet with me and my team, or you can join us online because I know I have people all over the world. So we also have an online option. So decide which of those resonate with you and work for you. And check your email after you register. I will be sending you the assessment form to fill out so we can look at what's going on with your financial health and see how we can assist, educate, and give you some more resources to leave the financial legacy that you intend to leave behind. Love you. See you there at the Wealth Check.